Alright guys, it's Steven, and what I want to do is show you how to set up Propresenter on a Sunday morning from the time that you come in, how to set up the songs, announcements, and sermons. So first off you're going to do is open up Propresenter, and once Propresenter opens you'll notice that down here in the in the playlist there's no songs, or maybe the songs here are from last week. So we're going to pull in the sermons and the announcements real quick. The sermons, you'll open up a Finder window here. The sermons are going to be located in Dropbox underneath sermons and announcements. So here they are. And so first off, let's just open these up. Let's pretend like these are the two sermons we're going to use right here. So let's just open these sermons up. They'll open here in PowerPoint. And we'll just look through them first off, just to make sure there's no formatting issues, make sure they all look good. It's always good to just double check, make sure everything looks uniformed. And once you get to the end of that, you can close those. We'll double check the other PM sermon. Looking, and that looks a little bit different than this. Let's see, I guess we could maybe move that over, try to match that a little bit better. Maybe bring it down just a little bit. Alright, so and then any changes that you make, you want to just save it, and it'll automatically save it the same place you opened it from. So we'll close that, we're done there. Close that for now. And we'll go to File, Import PowerPoint. And from there we can import all slides as JPEGs, and I'm just going to hold down the command button to import both of them. I think I can do that. If not, we'll do them independently. And once it imports, you'll see over here in the library that both the sermons are now imported. You have the AM sermon, which normally that one is a AM. This is a PM. And you're free now to drop this into your AM and this into your PM. So now you'll see that we have our sermons and we're good to run them as made. Now the announcements are a little bit different. Let's go back to our Finder window, Dropbox, Sermons and Announcements. And here you'll see the announcements for this Sunday. Here's the announcements. So we're going to open them not in PowerPoint but in Keynote, because Keynote's a little bit cleaner to export them as a movie file. We're going to right click, open with Keynote. Again, that was right click, open with Keynote. Some warnings there, it's okay, it'll be alright. This is a really small box. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. And there again, we want to just sort of check through and look for any kind of formatting issues. Make sure everything looks okay, because what we're going to do is actually create a video file that will loop and play back for our scrolling announcements. And so everything looks good. Now, to create that video, we're going to go File, Export to, QuickTime. And here we're actually going to create a second. We're not going to use the file in Dropbox. We're actually going to create a separate file. And so we'll click Next, and we're going to save this file here on the desktop, just to make it easier. And you'll see here where I've actually already done this earlier, so we'll have a 2 here. We'll export it, and it'll start creating the movie. And it's going to create this movie to the desktop. Alright? Once that movie shows up here in the desktop, there actually will be a 2 by it, but this one, we'll just use this one for right now. And it's really just as easy as, I'm just going to come down here, scroll down to the bottom, because it always goes automatically to the bottom, and you just drag and drop it right into here, down into the media. And there's our announcements. So now we can just take it from here, drag and drop it into the morning playlist, and now when we play it, you'll see that we've created a movie file that plays, and then when it gets to the end of the movie file, it'll loop back and start back over. So this is a self-playing file, and that's why we have to do it differently as media rather than as sermon PowerPoint. So that's just telling us that our keynote is done. And so that's announcements and sermons.